At the end of the 20th century, two names resonated in the automotive world: Gottlieb Daimler and Rudolf Diesel. Daimler, a pioneer in the development of the automobile, and Diesel, the genius behind the engine that bears his name, both sought to improve the efficiency and power of their engines. But it wasn't until 1905 that turbochargers began to take shape, thanks to the vision of a Swiss engineer named Alfred Büchi. How did he achieve it? And how did they reach our days? Alfred Büchi, head of diesel engine research at Gebrüder Sulzer, who took the big step when he received a patent for a compressor driven by exhaust gases that introduced air into the engine, thus increasing power output. However, this achievement was not immediate. It took 2 decades, until 1925, for Büchi to successfully apply the first turbocharger system, achieving a power increase of more than 40%. In its early stages, the evolution of turbochargers was hampered by the limitations of the materials and bearing technology available at the time. The metals of the time did not cope well with the high temperatures and enormous forces involved in forced induction. However, with the development of better materials, turbochargers began to be applied in large marine diesel engines. In 1923, the German ocean liners Danzig and Preußen were the first to be equipped with 10-cylinder turbodiesel engines, which produced 2,500 horsepower, significantly outperforming their naturally aspirated counterparts that generated 1,750 horsepower. In addition, turbochargers were soon tested on aircraft engines to improve performance at altitude. In 1918, Sanford Alexander Moss, a General Electric engineer, equipped a Liberty V12 engine with a turbocharger and tested it at 14,000 feet at Pikes Peak, Colorado. 2 years later, that same engine was used in a biplane that flew to 33,000 feet without loss of power, demonstrating the benefits of forced induction at high altitudes. By 1936, Dr. Werner Theodor von der Neuel began research on the first variable geometry turbochargers in Berlin, a concept that would not be fully developed until after World War II. Meanwhile, in the United States, Cliff Garrett founded a company dedicated to manufacturing turbochargers, supplying them to aeronautics giants such as Boeing and Grumman. Technological advances resulting from the war, especially in materials and design, allowed turbochargers to become more compact and reliable, making them suitable for smaller and faster engines. Thus, in 1954, MAN and Volvo were pioneers in introducing the first production trucks with turbocharged diesel engines. Despite a shaky start, where turbos were considered not as reliable as naturally aspirated engines, the 1973 oil crisis proved otherwise. Technological advances made turbochargers offer superior performance and greater fuel efficiency, which cemented them in the automotive industry. Today, it is hard to imagine a diesel engine without at least one turbocharger, and the future of this technology seems to be assured, thanks to its impact on the performance and efficiency of modern engines.